Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the third season of Cine'Ta. And today is our seventh episode, and it's a very special episode. For those of you who have already been with us through our journey, I would like to mention it again for our new viewers that Cine'Ta is an online talk show where we speak to different film enthusiasts and filmmakers from around the country. And this time, during the third season, we had the chance to conversate with different participants from the Dhaka International Mobile Film Festival. So on today's episode, it is a rather special episode. We have the three winners of the seventh Dhaka International Film Festival and our juries who will be here with you today to speak about the films and the film judgment process and everything in between. So let's begin. I would like to begin with introducing our winners. We have uh, Zarif Tashdeed here today with his film Agony, and he has won the ULAB Young Filmmaker Award 2021 in 1 minute category. We have Shingyu Kang with his film On and Off, and he has won CinemaScope Best Film 2021 competition category. And we have Beraat with his film Lost Pen, and he has won Dhaka International Mobile Film Festival Best Film 2021 in the screening category. And here for the juries, we have Mr. Ratan Paul. He is a sound specialist, a pioneer in bringing digital sound in Bangladeshi cinema. He has completed his degree in cinema from Pune, India, and now is the executive director of Dhoni Chitra Limited. He has 4 national film awards for best sound recording in Zero Degree, Meg Mollar, Amar Bondhu Rashid, and Lal Shalu. Apart from also working as the executive producer of Sisimpur, he has also written scripts for award-winning television drama series. Next, we have Tanha Zafreen. She is a producer and a director, and writer as well sometimes. She is the first female mobile filmmaker of Bangladesh and has worked in creating Tasmina, the horse racer. After her studies in India, she went on to work with filmmakers like Roy Barretto and Manmohan Mahapatra. She has worked in Mahapatra's film as an assistant director and a scriptwriter, and the film has been screened in various international film festivals in USA, Italy, Germany, and Ireland. Lastly, we have Amitabh Reza Chowdhury. He's a director and producer as well. He kicked off his industry journey with the drama Hawa Ghar in 1999. After its success, it led him to make a 20-episode TV series under Masranga Production. After their collective successes, Mr. Reza shifted towards the TV industry, basically TV advertisement industry, and changed the game over there. His mastery with storytelling garnered him 7 national film awards and even international film awards for his film Aina Baji. Um, he's currently finishing up his first international production, Rickshaw Girl, and it is in post production. I see that our juries are here. So before we begin, I would like our juries, Ratan Paul sir, to say a few words. I think there seems to be a technical difficulty. Okay, we're gonna move on to Amitabh Reza.
I'm on the road now. That's why I couldn't. Can we add on slightly more time after 10?
That's completely fine. That's completely fine.
Yes, if you can, let's just continue together. Thank you very much.
Right. So while we were discussing backstage that, yeah. Yes, sir. We have heard you and
your screen and filmmakers here. I appreciate everyone and welcome everyone here. And I will just join after 10-15 minutes again.
So in that case, I would like to move on to our filmmakers here present. We were discussing backstage about how this is not going to be like an episode of typical Cine'Ta where I won't be asking you questions. Rather, here the filmmakers are going to discuss among themselves how their own processes of filmmaking and how they went through with it and everything. So we have Zarif Tashdeed. He's the youngest one here, Zarif. Um, let's start with your journey and tell us a bit about your film.
Yeah, so that was my second film, Agony, which I made after making my first film, The Imprisoned. After making the first one, I thought I needed a bit more schooling and I needed to learn more basics and all. So I enrolled myself at that time. Fortunately, I saw the workshop of the DIMFF, Dhaka International Mobile Filmmaking Workshop, where they taught us from us grade 6 to 12. We were taught mainly the amazing basics of mobile filmmaking and all. So by enrolling in that workshop, it was necessary and compulsory to make a 1-minute short film. So I made Agony from there. So yeah, luckily it got selected, and then it won the 1-minute category. So basically that's it.
So did you have the chance to you were present at the closing ceremony? You watched did you have the chance to watch the films of our two other creators present here?
Yeah, I loved both of them. I love the surrealness of on off, which was amazing. It had strong messages. It basically told us a lot about today's the harms of these new machines that we use today, and that effect we have from them, and so on. And the Lost Pen, I loved it way too much. I love the making, that one shot type filmmaking, one take, one shot, one take filmmaking. The writing was amazing. Everything was amazing. I was blown away by the Lost Pen.
Thank you. It's kind of you. You're very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
So did Chase get the chance to translate what Zarif said to Shingyu?
Yes, I'm currently on the. Yeah, I'm on the phone with him right now. I'm
okay,
started
that
translating
works.
in the middle though. Yeah.
So Beraat, did you get the chance to watch any of our other creators' films?
Unfortunately, at that time I could not watch. I'm sorry about that, but you know, the time difference between Paris and Dhaka is really big, so that's why I was working, or I was busy during the festival times. Even I did not watch, I mean, my film during the festival, so I could not watch the other films. But I think I know some film that I watched before during another festivals. It was also selected by your festivals, so I know them. But I'm talking about the screening category, because I saw what was the selection. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, I could not follow from here Paris the festival because of the time difference.
I understand. That's completely fine. So in that case, we might have to describe.
I like to watch the winner films. If they can send me a link, I'm on Facebook. I like to watch and talk about the filmmakers.
Yeah, I think the films are going to be uploaded, and
Great.
I'll get you. I'll work with you on this. I'll contact our advisor and get you the link.
Thank you.
So yeah, so Shingyu, can you explain to us a little bit about your own film?
작품은 그냥 처음에 우울증에 걸린 어떤 여자의 감정을 표현하고 싶었고요. 체이스님 제가 이렇게 한 문장씩 그냥 끊을게요. 네.
Yeah. So he wanted to explain and show the feelings of a girl who has depression.
그래서 그 지인이 우울증 걸렸을 때 마치 자기 내면 속에 또 다른 자기가 이제 TV를 껐다 켰다 하는 것 같다라는 말을 들었거든요.
So when the main character has depression, he heard that those feelings are kind of relatable to someone turning on and off a television.
그래서 그 TV를 끄고 켜는 거를 일단 그 우울증의 매개체로 생각을 해서 그러니까 표현을 해서 온오프라는 지금 이 작품이 전체적으로 그런 우울증이라는 어떤 표현을 하기 위해서 만들어진 영화입니다.
So as the name suggests, on and off, it's he's describing how depression is like a television where you just turn it on or off.
예, 여기까지.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's such a powerful message to tackle. The way that the imagery that you use, the surrealism that Zarif explained, how did that come to be?
너무 아름답다고 합니다. 이제 그거에서 어떻게 그 생각이 났나 물어보고 있습니다.
생각이 났다라는 게 이렇게 찍을 생각을 했냐 이런 의미일까요? 어떤 걸까요?
그 내용에 대한 물어보는 것 같습니다.
그 내용이요?
네.
내용은 그냥 단순하게 그 주변에 우울증이 걸린 친구가 있어가지고 그 친구의 그 말들을 들었던 거를 기억했다가 그냥 이미지화 했습니다. 네.
So one of his close friends actually has depression. So with what he heard from that person, he tried to visualize it as much as possible.
Such a beautiful way. I've never encountered a film that was made from someone else's mind and put onto film. This is the screen. That's very pretty. So we're gonna go to Beraat and know a little bit about his film, even though we had previously discussed it. So you're gonna have to talk about it all over again.
Okay, so your question is how I did the film or the story of the film?
The story of the film. Tell us about that.
Yeah, okay, it's about a journalist and a poet from Syria. Of course, it's a fictionary character that I created, but the rest of the story is kind of documentary because in that film, The Lost Band, we saw exiled journalists who live in an association in Paris. They live together in that building. So our guy Kerem, the poet and journalist from Syria, one day he has to write a poem, but he is writing his poem with a special pen, which is a gift from her mother, and he lost her mother during the civil war. So he started to search the lost pen in that building, and during this searching, he meets with the other journalists, and he starts to listen their stories. Sometimes he don't like to listen, but he has to. And on the other hand, he tries to not forget the poem because sometimes poetry is like that. You have something you have to write. If you don't write, you can forget. So actually, that's why it's just one long shot, because I try to also show this story in a real time, because it's about not forget something. It's about try to remember. So that's why I said to myself, I cannot cut, and so that maybe the audience can also think about it. I can say like this, I was living there, and it's also part of my life. When I was living in Maison de Journaliste, I wrote the story because I said there is a story to explain. People have to listen those heroes' stories for freedom of speech. But I said to myself, if I do a documentary in a classic way, it's kind of boring, because there was a lot of documentary about those association, those people and that association. So I said to myself, maybe I can try to create something different. That's why I work on the story, and then I came up with this story.
So I've wanted to ask you this question ever since I saw the film. The last time that we spoke, I hadn't watched the film yet. So right after I watched it, the poem that you mentioned that he keeps on trying to remember and he's like, I can't forget it. Is it symbolic in any way?
I mean, of course, first of all, maybe not symbolic, but you know, the pen is a metaphor about freedom of speech. I mean, actually, the lost pen is the lost freedom of speech. So those journalists, they are people in their life, once they lost the pen, which means freedom of speech, then they start to re-find it, search it, and find it again. So they are in France, they came to France to find it again. So the La Maison des Journalistes, it's like France, actually. And those journalists, they are searching freedom of speech there. And actually, at the end of today, they find it in that room, in their room, where they lost it. So there is kind of metaphor I try to explain.
Thank you. That's beautiful. So,
Thank you. And just I wanna thanks to jury for their appreciation and the prize. I am really honored by it, and thank you. Thank you to Dhaka International Film Festival.
So we can see Mr. Ratan Paul is here. I would request you to take the floor.
We cannot hear. I mean, I cannot hear.
Yeah, his mic is off. Sorry.
Now it's okay, I think.
Dada, we cannot hear you. Dada, shona jacche na. Dada, your mic should be mic on, Dada. It's still muted. Dada, ekhono shona jacche na. Dada, you did reconnect your audio, Dada. Okay, in the meantime, I think Tanha is here. Tanha can add on and Dada can fix the mic.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Can our technical team do something about this?
And maybe in that time I can add something about to remember something or forgetting something. You know, if you are someone who has to leave your country and you cannot go back to your home, you try to keep it in your mind, you know, the images, the souvenirs. So because you cannot go back for a while, so always you try to not forget. If you forget, if you cannot remember, it's like a big treasure to your souvenirs, to your home place. There is also that part. Maybe I can add.
So Tanha, Zafreen ma'am can't join us due to some difficulties. We're gonna go forward with Ratan Paul sir and Amitabh sir. So Zarif, tell us about your film. You've already told us about your film, but I do have a question myself. Is that while we're watching the film, the girl that we see at the background, her death is very foreshadowed. It's not the word is in foreshadowed. It's very symbolic and it's metaphorical. So what I was personally wondering about is that the way that she died, is এটা কি মুভিতে কোনোভাবে হিন্ট করে দেওয়া হয়? Is that hinted by any chance in the movie?
It's up to the viewers how they speculate or think. So yeah, I didn't specify it. I just wanted to feel, make the whole film look seem like it's like a bad dream or a nightmare. That's all I wanted from start to finish and everything. So yeah, I didn't specify that, so that one can think one thing and the other can think and come up with something different. Like I think there's a beauty in it in film, so that you can derive different theories or your explanations from one thing. So that's the beauty of cinema.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
So finally, it's actually first time I was trying on my laptop. So it indicates that, mobile phone is good. So I'm connected via cell phone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just want to congratulate all of you, the winners of this festival. It's great to watch all of your films. And there are other films also, which are really good. But you are the luckiest among all those. And very good. It's nice experience from our end too. I think our my colleagues here who are available, I can see it. Let me check. So they all have the same opinion. It's nice films. They all are nice films. Thank you again and congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice. I was just listening, Beraat, your opinion on pen. When I was watching it, like that man, he has some idea in his mind and he wants to pen it down. But why pen it down? And the pen, which signifies something very special, he's already a displaced guy, right? He doesn't have any root now. Also, there is only, it might be one, this is the only single root that he is having and that is not available around him. I was just thinking like, why he can't pen it down, like write it on computer, with the keyboard. But, whatever, we all are carrying our traditions. Nice film, really, I appreciate it.
Actually, there is some poets, they just have their rules like a magic. If they do those routines, they believe that they cannot write that poem. That's why he is obsessed with that pen. So that's why, of course, he can write with computer.
Now that is the beauty. That is the beauty. Forgetting the present time, the whatever laptop you have, you have a lot of ways to write. You can take the pen from your colleagues too. But he wants to write, with that particular pen. That is very good. I loved. It's good.
Yeah.
And your mise-en-scène is damn good. It's well operated. Very good. And maintaining light with cell phone, I don't know which phone you used, is very good.
I use iPhone 10 and I use Mojo Mobile gimbal to follow. So for the sound, we had a sound engineer because you should take the sound separately. I believe it's better. So it was that iPhone 10 and mobile Osmo mobile gimbal.
Right. And the black and white treatment also was very good. That is beauty too. I was thinking whether if it was in color. I was just thinking, but I love it. Black and white is good.
Black and white is for the ambience of the film, but also actually it's something technical too. I mean, very well as a filmmaker, directing the color is not easy. I mean, if you have a little team, sometimes doing it black and white can be an advantage because you don't have to decide every color. And I think if you do something with color, you should choose and decide about the color because every color tells something. So it was also that's why I give all secret of the movie because it's a special live conference.
Yeah, so it's a tricky way to overcome the difficulties. It's good Also, it has, to me, it has given some other dimension also, the black and white treatment too. It's, I understand because you are going different places and there is no particular way of lighting existing. So color suddenly changes,
Yeah.
And in that way, black and white seems to be easy. It's very easier to handle all these difficulties, especially the color temperatures. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. I also want to congratulate the other two guys. Hello, everyone. I can see, Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, nice film. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
So I just want to know, how did you get the idea of this film? In the beginning, I heard when you were talking about yourself. Like, how did you get the idea? Can you hear me?
I think I answered it, so I think it's for the other directors, that question.
Yeah. Zarif, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Hey. Sir,
I was asking you, Yeah, please.
Sir, the idea of agony came through because from a recent statistics, we saw that more people have died through suicide than due to the pandemic. So at that time, a student of varsity and committed suicide, and so then I thought I should make something about it. But what if I make the story, if I relate it to, if I connect it with a mother and daughter? What if I place those two characters in that? So how will the mother bear the pain or go through the process? And so I tried to show the entity, the suppressed entities, and melancholy and their pain. So yeah, that's kind of the story of my film.
Nice. Very good.
Thanks.
Also, Kim, the other guy, Kim. Hey, Maliha, are you there?
Yeah. Dada Kim, someone will translate Kim to that, Dada.
Okay. Oh, acha.
Yes. I'm
But
the
I can
translator.
see on myself. Yeah. I was just asking. I actually enjoyed Kim's film too. Amitabh, you can add.
Yes,
I
sir.
am not the only person who actually
no, of course,
thought about your films.
I was sorry, I'm a bit slightly late, and I congratulate everyone. We were absolutely the jury. We loved all the films, and that The Lost Pain was absolutely brilliant. It's brilliantly done. Kim, your film also, we loved it, and On Off and Agony, both three films are brilliant, and I congratulate everyone. And first of all, for the Agony, I should say, um, you choose a right, very contextual film, and that is very personal. I mean, whatever, if it is you're using a mobile phone, a small device, but whatever you're saying, it's very big. I mean, whatever you're saying as an artist, you are also doing all the films actually. Three filmmakers we selected. We choose you. All the films are, whatever the films we have seen. Many films are good, but we gave you this kind of award because we believe that your film is very honest and approach. It's a very author film, and what we believe, but your very personal feeling. It's so personal, and so your personal emotion, you actually exhibit in your film, and that is brilliant. And on off film, I speak one by one. Came. Your film is absolutely brilliant, and the way you shot these films, and the small device, the way you use your device, very small, minimalistic way, and using these technologies and this on-off thing, and it is really great. And Lost Pen, and this I cannot say more I should say more about your films, and that is absolutely, it doesn't matter which country you're from, it doesn't matter where you brought up, it's so connected because the freedom of expression, we all are suffering the same thing. Any kind of after this point, we are still in a pressure of the society, institution, state, everywhere. In Bangladesh, if you say the freedom of expression is there or not, whatever the democracy we are saying, quote unquote, I don't know what is democracy it is. We cannot say, we cannot talk, we cannot speak. And your country, and you do the right thing that the artist should do. Artists should say the right thing. And that's three of you have done the right thing. It doesn't matter how technically brilliant it is. Film where we are high budgeted, big budgeted film was happening, entertainment film was happening, all these films are happening all over the places. But then artists just do the right thing. Artists just do the most honest thing, and that's the best part. That's why I should congratulate you, all of you, and especially everyone of you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Kim, if you tell me how you were, who's your how you inspired by filmmaking or not? What type of films you watch? What's your dream in filmmaking? We really want to know. And I always, we always, I should say that we wish you make many films and you do your right films, and you always give, everyone should give you this chance, and you have that opportunity. You should have opportunity to make more and more films. And we tell you that. And what is your inspiration, Kim, about filmmaking? If you can, someone can translate to you.
Yeah, I'm the translator. It's actually Kang.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Translate. Okay, you're talking about Kang. Yeah. Singu Kang. Sorry.
Yeah.
Kang. Kim, can you translate Singu?
Yes.
Singu,
Yes.
your film is absolutely brilliant on a fan. What is your inspiration, Singu, about filmmaking? And Korea, South Korea. Korea is our favorite. All our favorite filmmaker we have seen, I think, from Korea, right? That Kim Ki-duk and all this great filmmaker from your country. And what is your inspiration of
영감을
filmmaking?
어디에서 받았는지 이제 물어봅니다. 영화 전체를 이제 시작하고 이제 모든 영화를 시작할 때 어디서 영감 받는지 이제 여쭤보고입니다.
이 영화는 사실 아까 사실 했던 말이긴 한데 다시 해야겠네요, 맞죠? 이게 다른 분이니까.
네네네.
그 우울증에 걸린 친구가 있었는데 그 친구의 감정을 조금 표현하고 싶었고, 우울증 걸린 사람이 자신의 마음속에 어떤 감정들이 껐다 켜졌다 하는 것처럼 느껴진다고 해서 그거를 TV가 꺼지고 켜지는 것처럼 표현을 영화에서 했던 것 같습니다.
So for this film specifically, he got his inspiration from one of his friends who actually has depression, and from all the things that person has told him, he wanted to put that on a screen and visualize all the emotions that he felt. And there's a saying that depression is kind of like turning TV on and off, and he wanted to express that throughout his film.
He already answered that.
Yes.
My question is overall filmmaking. Overall, what is it? Who inspired? What kind of film?
영화 만들 때 누가 이제 롤 모델 아이돌인지 이제 물어보고 있는데요.
그러니까 제가 영화를 만들 때요.
네네, 이 작품 따로 아니고 이제 전체적으로 이제 영화 쪽에서 일할 때. 네.
일단 당연히 한국에서는 Great 봉준호.
So the director of Parasite, Bong Joon-ho, is one of his biggest inspirations.
봉준호를 좋아하고.
Yeah.
네. 그리고 이제 조금 그 작품적으로 지향하는 사람은 그 김기덕 감독처럼 영화를 만들고 싶어 한다고 전해주면 좋을 것 같습니다.
So there's a director, his name is Kim Ki-duk, and he finds the most inspiration from how he makes the movies.
Okay.
And his like visual.
This is our favorite, all of us favorite.
여기에서도 저는 한국 연출도 하고 합니다. 작가들이도 하고 합니다. 다 아시는 분들이라고 합니다.
Great. I just want to know about Beraat from you. that why you choose this mobile as a device of filmmaking. Mane, is it you got an opportunity to can shoot it in other device like a 5Ds on any other cameras or a DSLR, or why you choose this device? Is there anything in your mind?
Well, actually, honestly, when I wrote the script, I was not thinking to film it by a mobile phone. Before that film, I did short documentaries and some kind of experimental short films with my mobile phone. But for this project, I said, no, I won't film it with my mobile phone. I will really find a team, big team, you know, cameras, etc., etc. So I started search budget, but I could not find. But my problem or my advantage is that I am not someone who has patience. I cannot wait. So if there is someone told me no, I say, okay, I will do that. So I sent my script to some places to have budget. I could not find it. And only it was like 3,000 euros, something like that, because I contact with a cinematographer from here, Paris. He loved the story and he said to me, I will come for free with my team, but only I ask this Alexa Mini and I ask these tools, just please find them and we will come and work for this project. I said, okay, but at the end of the day, I could not find those materials. So I was like, that script was waiting on the table and I start to write and finish another screenplay. And for that summer 2019, I was like, I will film the other script that I finished. I was talking with my girlfriend and she told me, why don't you film the other screenplay? It was really original and good. You should do it. It's a story, a very good story, etc. I said, okay, so come and we film it together what we have. So at that time I had cell phone and I had my Osmo mobile. Then I film it what I have. And at the end of the day, I think I passed the story, the feeling. So then right now I think that if you don't have budget or something, if you have a good story, just do with what you have. That's why actually.
Yeah, that's the thing. Dada, you also can add, Dada, it is not important what device you use actually. It is important that what I want to say. It is important that what you want to say. Someone filmmaking is just a communicating my thought, my idea to other people. And device is nothing actually to communicate things. It is important to what you want to communicate. And that's great. Brilliantly, you guys have done it. And that's why we should congratulate you guys for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, Bharat, I have one more question to you. Like, is something about yourself? Like, are you from Turkey?
Yeah, I'm from Turkey.
So you live in Paris, right?
Yeah. I'm an exiled journalist too. Yes.
Okay.
I left my country in 2016. Yes.
Okay.
But really, why? Can you explain why you are exiled journalist? Or we really want to know. Maybe it's personal, but as a filmmaker, I'm curious to know that.
The newspaper that I was working for closed by the government. Honestly, so at that time I was in Europe, so I decided to not go back to Turkey. That's why. But in the script, I did not create a Turkish character because I did not want that it's too much personal. I just say it's the same thing, but I can explain my story in a indirectly way, not directly, because it's so narcissistic to me if you talk all just about yourself. So I said it can be another journalist from another country, because it's at the end of the day, it's the same story. I mean, freedom of speech.
That's
it's
why.
the protagonist is your replica, that's there, right?
I'm sorry.
So what I'm saying, the protagonist of your film actually representing you, right?
There is a part, yes. I mean, the poetry, yeah, I am writing poems. So the part, maybe it's from me, yes.
Right. So who are your favorite filmmakers? Like, from your country, like, even from your country?
Yeah, from my country, of course, I like Nuri Bilge Ceylan. He is great.
Yeah.
I like Yılmaz Güney. He won Cannes Palme d'Or.
Yeah, I know.
We know.
He was in jail, right?
Yeah. Yılmaz Güney, really very important. And Zeki Demirkubuz, maybe you know him, I don't know. Zeki Demirkubuz, in Europe, they don't know him much, but he's a great director to me. In Turkey, I can...
Yeah, I think Viskontele is done by whom? Viskontele, that television, that film? Viskontele.
Vizontele, yeah, Yılmaz Erdoğan, yeah, it's yes, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's a mainstream cinema. It's a good movie, of course.
Okay.
But as a director, he's not one of my idol, but it's a good movie. Yeah.
Okay. I really want to know from Shingyu also why you choose your film is quite a static in a position, but you could have shot this film in any camera possible. Why you choose mobile as a device to shoot your film? Because in Korea, you can facilitate any camera because Korean film industry is very good. And their fund also very good. Film commission is there. Korean Film Commission is there. Have you tried anything else, or why you choose your device as a mobile as a film to express your film? Kim, can you explain? You're muted, Kim.
Yeah, I'm on the. So 그래서 한국에서 되게 이제 편리한 나라라서 이제 다른 이제 장비를 쓸 수 있는데 굳이 왜를 이제 전화로 찍었는지 물어봅니다.
이게 사실 한국에는 진짜 이제 카메라 대여 시스템이 너무 좋아서 너무 좋은 카메라들이 많은 건 사실이고.
So yes, in Korea there are a lot of different kinds of really good sources of filming with lots of different cameras that he could have used.
그런데 이제 이 핸드폰으로 찍게 된 이유는 일단은 저희가 제가 실습작처럼 학교에서 어떤 제안이 있었어요. 제가 아마 지금 그 심사위원 두 분은 제가 제 상황은 모르니까 아무튼 제가 서울예대 영화과에서 실습작을 할 때는 제한 시간이라는 게 3시간에서 4시간을 주고 초단편을 찍으라고 하는데 일단 그 시간에 맞추는 게 정말 중요했기 때문에.
So right now, the place where he made the film was currently at his school, Seoul Institute of the Arts. And for this project specifically, it was a part of a school project, and they were given a time limit to finish filming everything. So because at that time limit, it felt comfortable and more accessible to use a mobile camera.
네. 그래서 3시간이라는 그 제한 시간 안에 찍으려면은 좀 단순한 구조에 빠르게 찍을 수 있는 시스템이 필요했고 그 과정 속에서 그 모바일 폰을 선택하게 된 것 같습니다.
So he needed to finish all his filming within 3 hours, and then he felt that it would have been most accessible and most easily transportable using a mobile phone.
Understood. Okay, I think the organizer Maliha is here. So Maliha, if you have Zarif, what is your inspiration? Who is your inspiration on filmmaking, Zarif? Do you have anything your favorite? Are you look up anything?
Yeah, I watch foreign films mostly. I like the existential drama genre. So in that case, Bergman is my. I'm very much fond of him. Other than Bergman, I enjoy films of Belatar, Tarkovsky, Bresson. yeah.
That's nice. That's
So on
pretty,
this note,
pretty
I
young,
have a
very
request.
early ages. He started watching good films. So that's very good. That's very inspiring. True. And at your age, Dada, I used to go to Dada's. Dada was an institute, and I used to go to Dada's room, Ratanda's room, and asking you, Dada, what is the meaning of Tarkovsky's this film? What is this? What is mean Bergman's film, Seven Seal? I don't understand anything. Then Dada used to explain us on my at your age, uh, just whatever age you are. I remember, still remember. I can feel that nostalgia. That how inspiring this time. That's great. That's great.
And
And
this is
Maliha,
good. This is great news. This is great news from as far as I'm concerned, Zarif, that you people actually love films, of Bergman, even Tarkovsky, especially like with all these, gadgets, softwares,
Yes.
But Amitabh, one thing is very interesting. Like if we compare the three films, which the three directors are here, like the first one, like Beraat one, then Kim, then Zarif, like you see, these two are like simple shots. They're going with full narrative, and in between you see there are like something like high tech. Some computer kind of thing is there on off. You see the mixtures of everything, and and it's good, So I just want to know, Kim, about like who did your graphics, is it yourself? You yourself?
the Sengu. Say Kim is a translating.
Okay.
Sengu.
No, okay, Shingyu, you just convey this, like who did the graphics of Kim's film, or how did he did,
Kim is translator. Sengu is a filmmaker. Dada.
No, yeah, Kim. I'm asking Kim, right? That's what I'm saying. Can you hear me, Kim?
Yes.
I'm just asking to the director, Singh, that like who actually was assisting, or is it he as a director doing the post-production of the film?
그래서 편집이랑 이것저것은 누가 한 건지 물어봅니다. 신규 씨가 처음부터 끝까지 다 하신 건지 아니면 다른 스태프분이 도와주신 건지.
일단은 편집하고는 다 제가 했고요. 그 촬영은 이것도 제가 끊어서 말하는 게 사실 편하죠.
네네네.
편집하고 촬영하고 이제 연출을 제가 했고.
So for the filming and the editing and the directing was all done by him.
이 프로젝트 자체가 이제 그 학교에서 이제 팀을 정해주면 그 안에 연기 전공자가 많아가지고 제 팀 같은 경우에는 그래서 대부분 이렇게 옆에 도와주는 스태프분들은 연기자분이 같이 해줬고요.
So seeing as how it was a school production, he had a lot of different actors that were able to help him out. So little stuff here and there working as staff were actually acting students.
그리고 음악 같은 경우는 이제 저희 친형이 이제 서울예대라는 곳에 이제 실용음악과 그러니까 음악을 전공한 사람이라 저희 친형이 음악을 만들어줬습니다. 사운드.
직접 만든 건가요?
네, 직접 만든 거예요.
So and for the music, he asked one of the music majors at the school to specifically compose the songs for him.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Dada, I just want to ask Beraat one question. Dada.
Yeah. Say it. Hello.
I think there is a connection.
There is a internet problem. So, Paul, sir, the question that I wanted to ask, in the backstage, me and our advisor Sadia, and we were discussing. There was this thing that happened with Zarif's film. It was not in the top 10. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Whom are you asking? Like, I didn't get that.
I'm asking you.
No, it's good film. We three. I think the other jury is here too. Now I saw her. Where is Tanha?
Tanha ma'am is facing a bit of difficulty with like personal problem. That's why she can't join us.
Okay. Now, like the backstage activities is she actually pointed out the film, to us, both of us, Amitabh and myself, that we can actually watch the film again. And it's that time it came out nicely. In the beginning, like it was like the judgment that in the beginning, what I was saying is like these three films definitely good, no doubt about. There are other good films too, but the judgment happens on average basis. Something I like, something Amitabh like, some other things liked by Tanha, the other director. So most of the time, like as far as I am concerned, I know that among these three films, two films actually are in my list too. But someone else, other two films, So later on, we collectively decided, and we thought that it can go. It's a nice approach, very simple but very symbolic, and nice. And I think one thing you can ask, like Amitabh, like as far as the photography is concerned, we can distinctly see the difference. If I put Zarif's film in one part and other two films in other part,
Yeah.
So can we talk about that?
Yes.
How they actually reach that level with the cell phone too. Any secret that Zarif will be helpful for Zarif or someone from who are in the meeting?
So we can ask Bharat first that how you handle cinematography. Your cinematography is really, really nice. Even it's iPhone, but it's nicely lit up. Maybe it's not no light, but nicely exposure based. Are you using Filmic Pro or while shooting this film, or you are doing it?
Yes, exactly. I was using Filmic Pro. I filmed with Filmic Pro. There's in Filmic Pro application there's a guide, so you have lines. So
yeah,
I was moving. I was like Steadicam man. So that lines helped me a lot. And I am interested in photography. So to develop my view, always I try to look at photography, actually, big photographers, so that I can have a bit knowledge of photography. That was like that, but before the shooting, 2 times I visited that place with my camera. It was a place that I lived for 2 years, so I was knowing it very well. But for the choreography of the movie, I visited there 2 times before shooting. So I decided, this when with this character I will do that, with this that I will walk like this, that etc. etc. So I decided like that. And then, as I told before, also for the mood of the movie and also for the cinematography, I choose black and white film, because with color I was knowing that it will be very difficult, because also you
control
have to
color.
You have to decide color, you have to control it, and you saturation, etc., lighting, because as you know, it's kind of really realistic docudrama film with a real light. There's no light, there's no lighting. I mean, there's light but no lighting. So I said it should be black and white. Then it's like that. I mean,
I love the black and white treatment.
But Bharat, you have used iPhone 10 or 11?
10.
Which phone?
10. I use iPhone 10.
iPhone 10.
That. Yes.
But I guess 11 Pro, Filmic Pro doesn't work, right?
No, actually, at that time it was the best.
That was the latest one, right?
Yeah, it was the best smartphone that I can find
available. Yeah. So that was 2 years ago. You shot, for example, 2 years ago, right? You shot
right now. I have, yes, exactly. Right now I have iPhone 11 Pro. If at that time I had this phone, I prefer that one actually.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's just
Now I'm
what I
talking
have
about
in my pocket.
this. And I was asking you about sound, right? How you use sound? Oh, sorry, I was disconnected at that time. How you deal with sound?
You ask me? Sorry.
So, yeah, I ask you how we deal with sound.
Yes, sound. We actually I told it. Sound is something that, in my opinion, you should, if you can, of course, you should have it separately, like
Separate
another.
gadget. Separate
Yeah,
gadget.
yeah, with a boom operator, with a sound engineer, because with the smartphone it is too risky still. So there
How
was a
you do this, Bharat? You have separate sound. Zoom.
exactly. I had in my team. I had a sound engineer, boom operator.
Okay.
He worked with us one day because it was a one-day shooting. So like this.
Okay. And Singhu, you also use iPhone, and how your photography this how you have done your cinematography? Can you just briefly tell us?
아이폰을 썼는데 이제 대충 어떻게 찍었는지 이제 알고 싶어서.
일단 브레이트랑 마찬가지로 필맥 프로라는 걸 썼고요.
So as Beraat also used, he used Filmmaker Pro.
네, 그걸 썼고 어플을 통해서 잠시만요. 저는 앞에 카메라 앞에 그 이제 변환 어댑터를 달아서 그러니까 그 아이폰 자체 렌즈 그 카메라 렌즈를 달 수 있도록 어댑터를 달아서 촬영을 했습니다.
So he actually found some sort of adapting lens that he could put on an iPhone camera, and then he shot the picture with that.
Okay.
One question to Kim. Kim, just convey it to Singhi.
Yes.
Like, why he used black and white?
왜 흑백으로 영화 만든지 이제 물어봅니다.
두 가지 이유가 있는데 일단 첫 번째는 말씀해 주셨나요?
네, 아니.
두 가지 이유가 두 가지 이유가 있는데 첫 번째는 이제 그 사실 이제 이게 그린 스크린이라는 그 배경을 기준으로 촬영된 건데 이게 후반 작업에서 합성 작업 그러니까 이게 체이스님이 이해가 될지 모르겠지만 그린 스크린 작업을 하려면 이게 나중에 후반 작업에서 그린 스크린 작업을 해보니까 색깔이 있으니까 조금 너무 좀 잘 어울리지 않은 느낌이 하나가 있었고요.
So there were two reasons, and for the first reason, this was filmed with a green screen background, and for the post-production editing and for the graphics, putting in the colors made it seem very unnatural and didn't make the pictures look nice.
그래서 일단은 흑백 톤으로 바꿔서 그 그린 스크린이 부자연스럽지 않게 효과를 바꿔줬고.
So to make the film a bit look more natural with the green screen, that's why he did it black and white. That's reason number one.
두 번째는 애초에 이게 우울증이라는 그 자기 내면의 공간을 표현하는 거기 때문에 그 안쪽 세상이 사실 뭐 색깔이 예쁘고 그럴 것 같진 않거든요. 그래서 오히려 적적하고 더 암울한 느낌을 주려고 후반 작업에서 노이즈도 더 일부러 넣고 더 어두운 톤으로 낮췄습니다. 네.
So and the second reason is because this film is about depression, and it's about the depression within someone. And he thinks it wouldn't make sense if for the colors to be bright and pretty and have a lot of different colors for someone talking about their inner depression. So he during the editing he put in a lot of different noises, and he made everything just generally a lot darker to express the depression in the film.
Yeah, and I see the green screen here too. You know, and Sangi's background is something unreal.
지금도
His hands are
지금에서
getting cut.
지금 배경도 멋있는 걸 쓰는 것도 봅니다.
But you know why did you think that the color will be looking unreal? Like, you know, the story is not that way real, based on reality, right? Anyway, Ami, things are getting stuck, I think. Hello.
Yes. 그래서 이제 왜 색깔 집어넣으면 조금 부자연스러울 거라고 생각했나요? 스토리가 전체적으로 이제 뭐 현실적인 스토리는 아니었는데 색깔이 이제 무슨 효과음이 있었을까요?
제가 사실 색깔이 있는 버전으로도 봤는데 일단 그날 촬영이 할 때 입고 있던 배우님의 옷의 색깔이 일단 너무 좀 컬러틱했고요. 파란색 계열의 약간 그런 거라서 좀 너무 안 어울렸어요.
Did see this film with color at first, but on the day of filming, the actor wore something very bright blue, so that part wasn't very appealing.
Okay, got it. Thank you. So black and white basically saves the film. You know, Beraat also saying it was easier for using the black and white. Same thing here. Good. Actually, color photography is very difficult to do, right? So as far as I'm concerned, I don't know. Yeah, Amitabh, you just carry on if you have anything in mind.
No, just what Dada, what you're saying about the color, it's very true. The color photography once is difficult, and otherwise, so many colors are coming up. So maybe director doesn't want those colors. To doing that kind of production design, it might be very expensive and might be very difficult to handle all the colors. Suppose Bharat doesn't want red, but whatever the location he has, maybe there is some red and there are some red elements and they're moving out the red elements. Some green is too much popping up. So it is easier to handle black and white, because if Bharat wants only the focus on the story and the dialogues and the characters, maybe that reduces.
Also, Zarif's films also in black and white. I don't know, all three are black and white. Zarif, do you want to add anything? Zarif?
Why you choose as the black and white as a filmmaker?
Yeah.
Did you want to hide something? Did you want to hide something? That's why you choose black and white?
No. So this was my second short film. The first one was in color, but then I rewatched The Lighthouse again, and I watched Eraserhead. So that kind of influenced me to make this dark, to bring this nightmarish feel or tones to my short film. So I wanted to keep it in black and white. And yeah, it also helps to eliminate all the difficulties of bringing main colors. And yeah,
you can hide. You know, if any color you don't like, you can hide, right?
Yeah.
And I think we are enough, Maliha. It's a very good discussion, Maliha. Thank you. Congratulate to everyone. Wish you all the best. All the great filmmakers. Hope to see you in future, all the festivals and everywhere. And wish you all the best, you guys. And that's all.
And keep doing. You know, wish your success in future also. Not only in Dhaka International Film. You know, you win films from other great festivals also. You know, we wish that. You know.
Thank you very much.
And watching your film, we are not jury. We actually learned from your filmmaking. We actually got excited and got to know many things. Got inspired from your filmmaking. And coincidentally, it's just a thing that we have to judge you, but we are not the right person to judge. You are the great filmmakers. We just, for the process, we are doing it actually.
Thank you. You are very kind. You are very kind. Thank you.
Now, even though, like, you know, you all are great, you know, that's true. And there are other films too, which are great, you know, and I feel like I'm very lucky, you know, because I saw a lot of good films from your country too. Yeah, Beraat, let me say, at least I can remember 2 films which came from your country. They're good. You know.
I saw those movies. Yeah. I saw that from Turkey. There is 2 more films. Yes, I like to watch it. I told, unfortunately, I could not watch because there was a time difference. So
yeah, that's why you said.
Screening, I was not free. I am so really sad about that. I hope maybe they can send me some link, then I can watch. really, you are right. I mean, watching all those movies, it's a chance, it's a luck. That's true.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you, Maliha.
Yeah, it's like.
Thank you,
so
Maliha.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to both of you, for all our juries, to be able to be here and have this wonderful discussion with our filmmakers. And thank you to our filmmakers for being with us here today and sharing your views and giving our audience a better look into the world of cinema. Thank you so much for being with us here, and to our audiences as well. Thank you so much for being with us here. Our next submissions for Dhaka International Mobile Film Festival will begin from 3rd April, and Cine'Ta doesn't end here today. We have a special episode that's coming up on 13th, where our core executives will be present, and they will be talking about the whole festival experience, cinema experience, and some of them are filmmakers themselves. So stay tuned. Stay tuned with DIMFF. Stay tuned with Cine'Ta, and stay safe. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Before we finish,
Good night. Good
Shingyu
night.
actually has one question, if it's all right. Yeah, Shingyu was asking, before it was mentioned that everyone here knows of Korean directors Kim Ki-duk, and he was just wondering,
Yeah, Kim.
Of course. We
he was
lost
wondering
them,
which
right? We
of
lost
his
them.
works is the most popular and known for him to be known as well.
Kim Ki-duk, right? You said.
Yes, yeah. He was just wondering, as a
Yeah,
Korean, if
because unfortunately, he
honor.
passed away just a month ago, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kim Ki-duk. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
really
Kim
great
Ki-duk just
director.
died month ago. He was. I went to Cannes. I think 2011, and that time his film Arirang is there. He was with me watching his film, and he was actually sitting beside me with this dresses. He wears some kind of some weird dress, and he was beside me. He was asking me where I'm from, and I said I'm from. So it's very fortunate. I have met him once, and he's a great filmmaker. Yeah.
2011년에 한번 같은 이제 페스티벌 나가서 만난 적이 있었대요. 이제 거기서 이제 아리랑 때문에 이제 가게 된 건데, 그거 보면서 서로 설명하고, 그냥 모든 사람들이 다 알고 있나 봐요.
아리랑, 네. 그 끝으로 채팅창만
Yeah,
부탁드릴게요.
Kim Ki-duk is really known director in Turkey between film directors. Even he visited Turkey for a festival.
Nuribil Jilani is another great filmmaker. I'm my favorite filmmaker. And fortunately, I also met him once in 2011 in Cannes Film Festival, where he came out just after his 3 monkeys. He came out of this film.